It was absolutely terrifying because the way he looked at me, I literally thought he was going to murder me. I didn't think I was going to walk out of that building that day at all.
10 years ago, Jo was raped. Her attacker was jailed, but in the search for closure, she asked to meet him face to face.
I walked in and we had eye contact immediately, but he looked like a scared little boy. He was crouched in the corner of a settee and he was actually scared of me. And I remember thinking, gosh, it's a role reversal, because on the day of the attack, I was petrified of you and now you're actually petrified of me.
The meeting took place 5 years after the rape and was part of the restorative justice programme to help victims recover and offenders reform.
I said, I really thought you were going to kill me that day. He burst into tears because that hadn't even entered his head. He didn't realise how scared I was.
Jo gave up her right to remain anonymous, but for legal reasons, her attacker's identity is still protected.
At one point he said, Jo, I am sorry. And when I say I'm sorry, I do mean proper sorry. And I promise you I will never do this ever again. And it was sincere.
This criminologist has spent 20 years researching restorative justice and says it significantly reduces reoffending.
Some see this as a soft option that allows offenders to get off with a lighter sentence. What do you say to that?
To sit for 2 hours in the same room as someone that you have seriously harmed in the company of all of their friends and family, now that's a powerful emotional experience, and one that offenders have sometimes said they find extremely traumatic.
But the priority is always the victim.
I looked at him and I said, what I'm about to say to you, not a lot of people understand this, but I forgive you for what you've done to me. And if you haven't forgiven yourself, I want you to forgive yourself, because I want you to go on and have a successful life. And he cried again.
Many people would be astonished that you were able to forgive in that way. How did you find the strength for that?
I just find that, like, to me, hatred, which I had for a long time, was eating me up. And, you know, I've got a future. And I'd walked into that room as a victim, but I walked out as a survivor. I wasn't a victim anymore.
She hopes her story will help others do the same. Rebecca Barry, 5 News.